Good morning, afternoon, everybody. My name is Mike at Filmboy24, and welcome to day number 2 of 7 and 7 Found Film. It's actually Found Film number 27 overall, but number 2 for our little series 7 and 7. And today, what do we have up to bat? Yep, Kodachrome KA2. That's right. Today is all about the old school Kodachrome. Not a fan of this stuff. This is not K40. This is K40's predecessor. This is the old Kodachrome 2, or KA2 as it's abbreviated on the carts here. This is an extremely old roll. I don't know the exact year because I couldn't find the edge code on it. I'm going to guess probably early 70s, maybe late 60s, but early 70s. This hails from Point Park, Michigan. I've had this roll since January of 2021. I think I have tried to process a couple of rolls from this particular batch. In fact, yes, I have. The original roll that was going to be for day 2 was a K40 from this particular batch, and it just didn't come out. It was cloudy and full of fog. I mean, it was just almost couldn't make out anything at all. So I exchanged it for this. Now, on a whim, I actually developed this with another roll of Kodachrome, and I was testing 3 to 4 minutes at 66 degrees Fahrenheit with my HC110B, and it actually came out halfway decent, way better than the K40 came out when I tested that. So this is what we're going with today. Now, I will say this is probably the worst roll of the batch in that it's the muddiest, but we're going to show it because I wanted to mix it up a little bit. If you don't like it, you're not the boss. Well, yeah, okay. Just watch, please. So what do we do with it? Well, this particular roll, I ended up processing an HC110B for 3.5 minutes at 66 degrees Fahrenheit. The roll came out, like I said, not too bad. The test actually came out, looked like came out better than the actual roll. So I don't know if I did something different in the, in the processing. But another thing I get from this old KA2 is I get horizontal streaking. Now I've gotten it before, and I think it has to do with the fact that this has been inside the cart forever, was probably stored terribly. I'm not pulling these from the cart any different than I do any of my other rolls that don't end up with... We did a found film just not too long ago where I showed you all these horizontal streaks across the film. Well, this one's suffering from that as well. You'll see it in just a second. But like I say, I think it's probably happening inside the cart or the original camera. I don't know, but I'm not doing anything different, and I'm getting horizontal stripes on some of this old stuff. I'm going to take you through the process of what I do to get to the point where I can show it to you. I do that by way of a montage that I put together about 1.5 years ago. I have mixed it up a little bit. I use photo flow at the end now. I don't use dish soap, though dish soap does work just fine if that's all you got. It sort of helps it to not water spots and helps it to dry a little cleaner, and it cleans your film. So I'm going to show you that montage, and I'll be right back. So now you know, this stuff is really loaded with remjet. If you've processed your own film or you know what remjet is, feel for me. It is disgusting. There's a black anti-halation coating on the base side of the film that it's just, you got to get it off of there. And I didn't get much of it. Unlike the Montage where you can see the black, you know, when you're dumping the water, that didn't happen with this. And sometimes it doesn't. It doesn't come off until the very end, and then you just, it's, woof. It was black. I mean, it came off and it was just gunk all over like ink. Anyway, there is you know, somewhat of an image, and without too much more yickety yakety, I'm going to show it to you, and we'll be back and talk about it just for a minute. Here it is. And that is KA2 in black and white. It's also Disney World. It appears to be Disney World or Disneyland. I've been to Disney World. I live in Florida, and I'm familiar with some of the things that I saw in that. So I believe it's Disney, probably in the early 70s. You tell me, what do you think? In fact, if you know differently, let me know in the comment section. What do you think of the film overall? Let me know in the comment section. Tomorrow, roll number 3. Now we are back to good old 160G Ektachrome, old school Ektachrome. I will tell you that this roll here, this is our lineup for tomorrow. This particular roll here, hails from, let me not say hails, Chillicothe, Missouri. I've had it since late 2021, and the edge code on this film tells me that it was manufactured in 1975, this particular roll. So it's probably shot in between 75 and 76. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. You might recognize this one. If you enjoy videos like this, I want you to do me a huge favor. I have a ball making them, but I want you to continue to support the channel if you feel like I've earned your support. You can do that right here, you see it? By tapping the like button for me. You could also subscribe if you want to keep up with all this crazy content. I do more than found film. I also shoot a lot of film. I mess with cameras. So if you want to see any of that kind of content, do me a favor and subscribe. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think overall of the project that we're working on right now and this particular film. And until tomorrow, that was it. That was all of it. I'll see you tomorrow.